Hare Krishna, Mataji, am I audible? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, we'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaya Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिहराय नमः कृष्णाय यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय गोविंदाय नमः श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल गोपाल हरि बोल राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल. So welcome you all to the level 1 class of Bhagavad Gita, and today we are going to learn about chapter number 12, Bhakti Yoga. Okay, yesterday's class, as you all know, Lord has upon request by Arjuna, Lord will show his universal form. Again, the universal form of the Lord is very fearful, and no human without any mystic powers, they cannot see that form. And Arjuna was being given a special vision to see the universal form of Lord, but he was much frightened to see that for a longer time. And upon his request, Lord will come to the four-handed Narayana form. That also he finds it difficult to behold the vision, and he will request for more. Then Lord will come back to his two-handed Shyam Sundara form. Okay, and Arjuna will ask for forgiveness for all his maybe ignorant behavior towards the Lord, being very casual with him, and sometimes addressing him as a Yadava, sometimes as a friend. So he will ask for the forgiveness for his casual conversation and all those things which was done out of ignorance. Okay. So now Arjuna is convinced that the ability in him is only Krishna, and we are just a puppet in the hand of a Lord. He is the one who is the creator, maintainer, and the annihilator. So analogy yesterday we have learned is about the surgeon's knife. Okay, we are just like a knife in the surgeon's hand. It can be used for the benefit of the patient or for anything else. So again, so whatever the activities we do in our day-to-day life, we just have to be what is it? Realize that we are just an instrument in the hand of the God, and we should do our duty and just leave it to the Lord. So in that way, we will progress further in the bhakti. Okay, now that Arjuna is very much convinced about the Lord and his opulences and everything and all, now the bhakti yoga continues. Okay. So the as I told you in my first beginning classes, the first six are the Karma Yoga chapters, middle six are the Bhakti Yoga chapters, and last six are the Jnana Yoga chapters. Okay. So then today's is the last Bhakti Yoga chapter where we'll be speaking about the Bhakti. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be learning about the Jnana Yoga. Okay. What culminates in the Jnana, that means the rules and regulations, the niyama, the interactions, which will ultimately lead us towards the Lord. Okay. So we'll begin with this. अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्त्या स्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमा. Arjuna inquired, which is considered to be more perfect, those who are properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? It is something like analogy here. We can give a post office with a postal address, proper postal address. It will be reaching there, isn't it? The letter which is without any address, where does it go? Okay. So our bhakti should be like the one with the postal address. It should be a specified for one particular object, one particular DT form. So in that, our energies or our sadhana can be energized on that particular form. It should not be unmanifested or impersonal bhakti. Okay. Yeah. The one which you are able to see before is the impersonal bhakti, like a scattered rays and all those things. It's like a cosmos. Okay. And the second is the personal bhakti, that is worshipping on the Archa Vigraha of the Lord. That is a form of Lord Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Ste Me Yukta Tamamata. The blessed Lord said, he whose mind is fixed on my personal form, always engaged in worshipping me with a great and transcendental faith, is considered to be the most perfect. Okay, the Supreme Personal Godhead said those, that means one who is able to fix their mind upon me, my personal form, that is decorating the Lord, or doing the abhishekam, collecting the charanamrita and dressing them, and decorating with the garland, ornaments, and offering them the bhoga, perfectly engaging in the service. So those devotees are said to be a most perfect of all. Okay. Uh, But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, all-pervading, inconceivable, fixed and immovable, the immovable conception of absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such person engaged in welfare of all at last achieves me. So, uh, the one who is engaged in what do you say, doing the sadhana bhakti, at the same time he is working for the welfare of others. Okay, again we can take example of the persons who are doing the deity worship and temple service in this, and so ultimately there is a sadhana bhakti which is going on towards the Lord. So even those individuals will ultimately reach me. Okay. By practicing yoga, people try to stop the mind from thinking, but it is impossible. The goal of life is not to become unconscious, but to become super conscious. So willfully, we should be able to cut short the things which are coming in our mind. So we should grow to that level. Okay. क्लेशोऽधिकारस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देवः देहवाद्भिरवाप्यते. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. Okay, to make progress in the discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. So it is possible, many people, and there are many centers or the many ways by which people do the impersonal bhakti and all, but it is a difficult path. You need to withdraw yourself from all the senses, and there's a lot of restrictions are there on your mind, and a lot of sadhana has to be done on them. So you will reach the Lord, but it is a little bit difficult path. So let's see what Lord Krishna wanted to say us. ये तो सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि संन्यास्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषमहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि नाचिरत्पाथा मय्या वेशितचेतसाम्. For one who worships me, giving up all his activities onto me and being devoted to me without any deviation, engaged in devotion service and always meditating upon me, and who has fixed his mind upon me, O son of Pritha, for him I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of the birth and death. So here we have an example of Dhruv Maharaj. Okay, from the Srimad Bhagavatam, even Prahlad Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, and Kardama Muni, and there are many other devotees, in the past we have like Parikshit Maharaj and Arjuna himself, many devotees, they have just left everything to the Lord and concentrating upon the Lord and meditating upon him, and Lord will come for the deliverance of such a soul. Maya Veshamana Maya Maya eva mana adatsva Mayi buddhim niveshaya Nivashishyasi Mayeva Atta urdvam na samshaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. You will always live in me all without a doubt. So you can see the Gopabalas here who are actively engaged playing with the Krishna and sharing some eateries which they got from the home. So you should be totally absorbed in the service of the Lord. So at the same time, if you take the childhood days and all, so we are so unadulterated in our emotions and all. We just wanted to play, have the company, and we just forget what ourselves, and we are so much immersed in playing and all. So bhakti should also be like that. So in that way, it is easier to take a step towards the Lord. अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय. My dear Arjuna, winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulator principles. Okay, first here Lord will explain about the four types by which you can fix your mind upon him. First is don't go for impersonal bhakti like scattered rays or Brahma Jyoti and all those things. Just think about the Shyamsundara form of Lord Krishna and you concentrate upon me. In that way, it is easy for you to remember me. But some people say it is difficult for us, we can't be that much access we don't have. So what is the next alternative for us? So Lord Krishna is giving the alternative for that also. Okay, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of the Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you can develop a desire to attend to me. Okay, so can anybody from the audience say what are the four regulative principles which we have to follow in ISKCON? Hare Krishna. Anybody? Partly also, it's okay.
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and No intoxication.
No intoxication.
Okay. No meat eating, no gambling,
No intoxication.
no intoxication, no relationship outside the marriage. These are the four regulatory principles. Okay. One is not able to fix their mind upon the Lord. If they are able to follow these four, then also ultimately he will reach the Lord. अभ्यासेऽपि असमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्मा परमो भव मदर्थम् अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिम् अवाप्स्यसि. So again, Lord is very generous towards us. He says, okay, if you're not able to follow the four regulative principles also, I have another alternative for you. So what is that? If you cannot practice the regulations of the Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to a perfect stage. So take any service of the, let it be prasadam distribution or the cleaning service or the gala and seva or lamp, diya making, whatnot. Any service towards the Lord is will be counting as a sadhana towards him. Okay. So why don't you take that? That will also ultimately help you to come to a perfect stage. Yad karosi yadasnasi yajjuhosi dadati yad tapasyasi kaunteya yad kurushva madarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. Okay. So, okay, if you're not able to do any work for me, okay, I accept that you're too busy to work for me. Then the work which you are doing, the karma yoga which you are doing, the profession wise, on a personal level, you are doing a seva to the family members, whatever it is. So give that result to me. Okay. So it is, give it as an offering to me. In that way, you are doing a service to me. So four types. So Lord is so considerate towards us, isn't it? First, he says, you concentrate on me. If you're not able to concentrate, then you follow the four regulative principles. Even if you're not able to do that, you please do any sort of a service towards to me. So any of the service that like prasadam distribution or a book distribution, temple cleaning or DT service or flower making, anything, even cleaning, everything, anything pertaining to the temple service also sent to be a seva. So if you're not able to do these three also, okay, at least you offer the results of your work, what you're doing towards me. In that way, you are offering on to me. Okay, so Krishna is saying that. Yeah, these are the various sevas we have for ISKCON Mangalore. Not only ISKCON Mangalore, majority of the ISKCON centers across the globe have this. So it starts with a basic amount of Tulsi Hara Seva. That is, we offer the Tulsi garland to the Lordship. By it start with the 200. Then we have a Pushpa Alankara Seva starting from 300 rupees. Then Raj Bhoga Seva. This is the food which is offered to the Lord in the afternoon. Costing 500. Then we have got a Sarva Seva, which is costing 1,000 rupees. Then Dhoop Seva for month you can take, it's around 2,000, and you got a Kshira Naivedya for month 5,000, and Pushpa Alankarana for month, that is about 10,000. So apart from that, you got also the life patronship, life membership. You can become a life member by joining this. Okay, then you'll be given a card by which you can stay in all these various temples across the globe at a discounted price and all for the family members. Okay, so and you will get update about the festivals and all. Okay, and one set of Srimad Bhagavatam will be given as a gift along with this life membership and all. Okay, all updates regarding pilgrimages and all those things will be updated, and many of the spiritual retreats and seminars, if they are conducted, all that you'll be a part of it, and a special puja will be performed on your birthdays or any other day which you specify. Okay, so these are the membership benefit, and the amount is, I think, 35 to 40,000. I don't remember. You can click onto the link and know about it. If you go to the website, you will know about it. And you need not pay it at a time also. So you can pay it in an installment. So that facility is also there. And also we have an upcoming temple inauguration next month by 19th of August, in which, various sevas are there, Kalasha Seva, that is of various denominations we have, and you can donate for the kitchen or the deity worship, or you can donate for various under various headings. The name is there, so you can be a part of it by donating it to the Lord. Okay, so anybody wanted to make the donation, you can contact your admin. They will send you the required information on this, and donate as per your capacity and get the blessings of the Shri Shri Radha Govinda. अथ इतदपि असक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रिता सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यदात्मवान्. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness, then act and try to act, giving up all the results of your work and try to be self-situated. Again, this is what the last option Lord has given us. Okay. So whatever the work you are doing, please give the result onto the Lord. Okay. In that way, you are giving it as an offering towards him. Okay. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasa jnana dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagas shantiranantaram. If you cannot take this to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of the knowledge, okay, by reading the various scriptures. Better than knowledge, however, is the meditation, and better than meditation is the renunciation of the fruits of action. And for such renunciation, one can attain the peace of mind. Okay. So knowledge is better than then better than knowledge is the meditation, then better than that is the renunciation of the fruits of action, which is easier to give up. So in that way, you will attain the renunciation and you will be relieved from the cycle of the birth, death. So in likewise, you will be attaining the peace. Okay. So this is the knowledge, this is the meditation. And the third one is a beautiful lady who is a fruit seller, and seeing Krishna in front of his home, she will get so much mesmerized and her basket will be full of fruits. So she will give him all the fruits. You can see Lord Krishna was not able to hold anything beyond his capacity. And at the same time, he will reward her with the required the Lakshmi for her lifetime. So if you are surrendering a result onto the Lord, automatically he will give us what is required for us. So either way, you can be benefited by doing a service unto the Lord. One who is not envious, but who is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself as a proprietor, who is free from false ego and equal both in happiness and distress, who is always satisfied and engaged in devotion service with determination, and whose mind and intelligence are in agreement with me, he is very dear to me. Okay, so this is a picture of a Lord Krishna serving the Sudama who has come to his place. I think this story I have told you, but still I think I'll repeat again. Sudama is a good friend of Lord Krishna, who went to Sandipani Muni ashram to learn together. They went very late, and as the time apart, all of us are married or displaced to our own places and busy in our own life and all. Likewise, Sudama, being a poor Brahmana, he was not able to keep up his family with at least proper food, and all the cattle and the family members are starving and couldn't see the conditions. Sudama's wife will say him to go and visit Lord Krishna and ask for certain wealth so that he can get along for a certain amount of time. So Sudama has got a lot of self-respect and he thinks it is not right on my part because I haven't spoke to Krishna for a long time. All of a sudden, because of this what do you say, the financial crisis and all the situations, not right on my part to go and ask him for a help. But seeing the situations at home, he is compelled to go. And while coming back, while coming to Dwarka and all, en route, he will get injured by a thorn in his feet, and he started bleeding, and somehow he'll tear his the clothes which he has worn, and he will do some first aid for himself and manage to come to the Dwarka. So by the time he reached Dwarka, he was in the torn clothes and with all shabby look and all, tired, not having a food and all, totally exhausted. Okay. So he'll come and ask the Dwarpalakas that he is a friend of Krishna and he wanted to meet him. Okay. So likewise, when then they say, you are a friend of Krishna. So seeing his attire and all, but somehow he will pass on that message on to the Lord. So Lord will come running to the main door, thinking that Sudama has come to see him after a long time, just like a small child, a toddler who come to see his friend, the same way Lord Krishna will come to see the Sudama, okay, and he will take him inside and he'll give him nice clothes and do all the upachara, and he take care of him in a well-off way. And you can see him, Lord Krishna is just washing the feet of Sudama and serving him. Okay, Lord is so merciful towards his devotees. When it comes to their the way he reciprocates his love towards his devotee is immeasurable. He can be a charioteer for Arjuna. He can wash the feet of a Sudama, and he is a what do you say? um, he can be what do you say, a naughty child to a Yashoda Maya. So as well as he can play the rasa dance for the gopis. So his opulences towards Lord is variable. So nothing can go with one another. Okay, just a minute. So likewise, then after the Sudama, he will serve Sudama and he'll give him some nice food to eat and all. So after that, Sudama will say, yes, I will take leave, Krishna. It's been long time I have come here. And just you were in my thoughts, I thought to come here and look after the whereabouts, like how you're going on in your life and all. So now that I have seen you and I have enjoyed all the hospitality what you have given towards me, and I wanted to take a leave back. So, but he will not ask Krishna for what purpose he has come here. But when he was coming from the home, Sudama's wife will what's it, tie certain puffed rice in his puffed rice in a simple cloth and all. And Krishna happened to see that and he says, yes, something you got from your house and you're not giving it to me. So when he have the puffed rice, what all the opulences which are there, what do you say, which were lacking in Sudama's life, everything is been fulfilled. Okay. And Sudama, without asking anything, he will go back to the place. And en route, he'll be thinking, see, my wife has sent me here to ask for the opulences or little bit of material wealth so that I'll be benefited out of it. Now that you are if I go empty-handed, what I have to answer my wife? This was worrying him in his mind. Okay. But it's okay. Whatever it is, his self-respect was not allowing to ask Krishna. Okay. So when he returned back, when he reached home, he will see his house is filled with all the riches, and his cow are happy. The calf are happy. The cow is yielding the milk and all the family members are good. They are having the required jewelry, the money, everything. So we just have to make that connection with the Lord to always keep us in his radar, I can say. Okay, we are under his supervision, we are under his protection. So automatically, he will just take away the miseries what we have in our life and give us what we are entitled for. Okay, and he'll preserve what we have and he will fulfill all the lacunae what we have in our life. So the only thing is that we have to do a service onto that. That servitude attitude we should develop towards the Lord. So we need not say anything here. If we take an example of Sudama, he didn't speak even a word towards Lord Krishna, isn't it? Just by his gestures, by his body language. And Lord, he is a Sarvantaryami. We just need to tap on him and make that effort to get a connect with him every day. And then automatically he will take care of everything what we require in our life. So the Bhakti Yoga is all about that. So if you remember in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I have told you about the Goloka chant. 5 different rasas, by which we connect to the Lord. So we have to establish that very strong and firmly towards the Lord to improvise that bond with the Lord. So either we can be a Sakhya, we can be a Vatsalya, we can be a Dasya, we can be a Madhurya Rasa, otherwise a servitude attitude towards the Lord. Any of the rasa if we choose, but we have to make that connection of the Lord. And which also in this particular Bhakti Yoga chapter, they were saying deity worship is the utmost important. At least we'll be concentrating on one form of the Lord. So do certain activities, especially on the weekends or holidays, whenever you get a time, go to the temple and do some service towards the Lord. Okay. Or otherwise also read the scriptures, read the Vedas and tell us whatever you're reading to the nearby people so that they will be benefited out of it. Okay. So likewise, make an attempt to do that. If not that also, wherever the Karma Yoga you are stuck up in, especially the people who are in a busy life, earning for their families and all, they can give the results onto them. Today, I am able to do this much amount of work and earn this much of amount because of your mercy, Krishna. Therefore, the results of my Karma Yoga, I am just offering it to you as a prasada. So in that way, that see, Lord is all fully opulent. He don't want anything from us, but he wanted that servitude attitude, that surrender attitude onto the Lord. So if we develop, then automatically everything will come to us. Okay. Yeah. He for whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anxiety, who is steady in happiness and distress is very dear to me. So Lord always wanted somebody who is very balanced. That is a pure devotee who is not disturbed by any of the upheavals in the life and free from anxiety, stress and all the things. So actually, if we are progressing further in the bhakti, we should come to the minimalistic things. So the minimalism is the way by which we can be putting ourselves into sadhana. Okay. Hare Sorry. Yeah. So once you are progressing further in the bhakti, you need to get that sthita prajnata, not disturbed by any of the external factors. So internally you should be very stable and life should come to the minimalistic thing. So such a devotee is said to be very dear to the Lord. Okay. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities. That means a learned Brahmana who see the same soul in everyone, all the living species which are around you and who does not think himself is a proprietor, that having a superiority complex about being a human, higher intelligence, all those things. You should not think like that. And he should be free from all false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotion service with a determination. His mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So Lord wanted his devotee to come to that stability stage. They don't want to, that means, yes, whatever happens for our good, whatever which does not come in our life, that is for our good also. So they don't judge any situation and then feel happy when it's a good or a bad situation. They don't, so the ultimate thing what they have is to complete their sadhana. In that way, their devotion service is fixed upon me. A devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is a pure expert without cares, free from all pains, and who does not strive for some result, is very dear to me. Okay. Yeah, they're doing the sadhana bhakti. Okay, so sadhana bhakti means the morning. If you take any of the ISKCON devotees, the early morning from Brahma Murta, there, the day begins. By doing the japa. Then they do the Mangalarti. Then again they do the japa. Then prepare the bhoga for the Lord. Okay. Then they will allocate certain time to read the scriptures, attend the Bhagavatam class, and after they offer the Raj Bhoga to the Lord. Evening again the Sandhya Aarti, and they read the Krishna book and they go to sleep. So likewise, their day is fixed. So apart from this, any other activity which is prescribed for there, that they will try to fit in between the time. But likewise, they have a fixed protocol by which they do the sadhana. So such a devotee, no matter whatever happens, nothing happens to such, because we are under the protection of the Krishna. Okay. So if God forbidden anything up and down happens, also Krishna will try to protect you from all. Okay. So you can see how Kunti Maharani being a she'll go through a lot of a distressful situation, but Krishna's protection is always with her. Okay. So that is the ultimate thing we have to achieve. And once we are under the protection of the Lord, then we'll be free from the cycle of the birth and death, which is the ultimate goal of our life. Okay. One who neither grasps pleasure or grief, who neither laments nor desire, and who is renounced both auspicious and inauspicious thing, is very dear to me. So again, Lord is emphasizing other thing. This is a picture of Prahlad Maharaj. When Hiranyakashipu becomes envious of his own son, that he is not able to fixed upon his mind that his father is the supreme authority. And when Lord is there, why will somebody will accept a Daitya as a supreme authority? He was right, but is not able to, his ego was not satisfied with the decision taken by his son, and he was continuously praying upon the Lord, and whatever the difficulties he has to go through, nothing can come to him. So you can see he was been troubled by many means, but he says, I know Krishna, you're just testing me. Whatever you wanted to do, you do it. So that should be our faith towards Krishna. It should be so strong, then ultimately he will take care of everything. So one who is equal to his friend and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, and happiness and distress, fame and infamy, and is always free from contamination, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any resident, who is fixed in knowledge and engaged in devotion service, is very dear to me. Okay. So this is a picture of Amrish Maharaj. I think I have told you this also, the Ekadashi Vrata. This is Durvasa Muni will be very much taken away when Amrish Maharaj was breaking his Nirjal fast by taking a sip of water. He will pluck a hair and he will just put it on the ground. That will turn out to be the great demon which destroy majority of the property of the Amrish Maharaj. And seeing that, Sudarshan Chakra will come and kill this demon, and it will be behind the Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni will run to save his life. He will go to Brahma Loka. Brahma will say, no, I can't do anything. Then he'll go to the why Lord Shiva. Then Shiva says, I'm a Bhakta Vatsala, and most of the time I can't save myself. So always I have to take help of the Vishnu, and also I can't do anything. Better you go to him. Vaikuntha Loka, maybe Lord will be able to save you. So when you go there, he says, no, so once I can't do anything to get back the Sudarshan Chakra. Unless my devotee forgives you, it will not come back. What should I do? So I am also helpless in this situation. You go back to him whom you have insulted, and you ask for forgiveness. So once Amrish Maharaj forgives you, then automatically the Sudarshan Chakra will come back to me. So likewise, he will say them. So he will he will realize his mistake, and he'll go back and offer the forgiveness to, he'll ask for the forgiveness to Amrish Maharaj, and he being a great devotee, and he don't think whatever the destruction which he has done out of ignorance is detrimental to him, but he will honor him with a great respect, and he'll give him all the upacharas and the great hospitality to Durvasa Muni, and give him a good send-off. So such is an activity of a great devotee or a pure devotee of the Lord. Okay. So they should not be feeling any sort of uh, what is say the stability should not go by any of the external factor. Internal stability should be so strong then you are said to be a devotee. So then the Lord will that means the Lord is residing within you. He has taken care of your senses, your mind, your intelligence, your false ego, and what all activities you are doing, the Lord is the ultimate source for that. So likewise, you know about him. He who follows this imperishable path of devotion service and completely engaged himself with a faith, making me the supreme goal is very, very dear to me. So you can see here little Krishna is listening to the beautiful Kirtan and Bhajan which is told by another Vaishnava sitting in front of him. So likewise, if we make him as a center of attraction and revolve our life around him and engage ourselves with the activities around him, automatically he'll take care of everything which we require. So we did not worry about things. Many times in our day-to-day life, we'll think, what will happen to this? What will happen to that? As long as I'm alive, I should complete this, I should do that, and all those things, As long as he is the seed-giving father who has created us, who has created our parents, what not everything, he will take care of everything. The only thing is that we need to inculcate that faith in him, and we just have to surrender onto him and do the sadhana bhakti towards him, and ultimately he will take care of everything what is required for us. So we need not strive for anything beyond that. So in that way we progress in the bhakti means not doing a simplified thing or just a superficial thing. Any active you are doing, that commitment towards will be there. So I think in the day-to-day life also, if we have employed somebody and if you ask or give them the task, if they do the superficially, we don't feel convinced about it. If they do the heartfully, with the core of their heart, putting their all their energies in that, the result of it is totally different. Likewise, you will get that result. So you have to strive hard to do such a service towards the Lord also. Then you'll become a die-hard servant of the Lord, and Lord will always be merciful towards us and deliver us from this cycle of the birth and death. Okay. Yeah, after this, we have level 2 classes, as you all know. Against a detailed study of Bhagavad Gita, and daily Bhagavatam classes will happen from the temple website, or a link will be provided where NND Prabhuji will be taking mostly. By morning 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:15 it will start. And yeah, a special group, I think it is already been created. So I wanted to take morning 6 a.m. because night it becomes difficult to concentrate and it becomes late also to get up in the morning for the morning sadhana. So this is what, kindly enroll and take the benefit out of it. Okay, Hare Krishna. This is all for today. Any doubts or anything you can always ask. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji, I have a doubt.
Mataji.
Mataji, is it really possible to stay steady when uh, when everything around you is disturbing you?
Oh, okay.
Not to be
Okay.
disturbed.
If you don't mind, shall I ask you a question, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
You have started on a walking for
Okay.
about 5 kilometers. That's your target. Day one, maybe you haven't walked before, even for 100 meters also. You will not have a confidence. Maybe after a week, you will walk for a 2.5 kilometers. Maybe after a 15 days, you're able to walk for 4 kilometers. Maybe after a month, you're able to walk for a 5 kilometers. So what will be your state of mind on day one and 1 month, Mataji?
I got the answer, Mataji. Thank you.
So our bhakti should be like that, Mataji. In the very beginning, we can't expect like why I'm not able to achieve that. So slowly we have to make up the pace. Go slowly. There is no hard and fast rule in this. And how much pace we have to progress for the Krishna will take care. But we need to have that intention and that affinity and that inclination to work for him. He will take care of everything.
Yes, thank you.
In the very beginning, we'll be frightened, like, oh, what happen if I walk, something will happen and all those things. And so ultimately, once we build up I also give this example of immunity versus disease. If your immunity is very strong, the disease will be at a way, it will not come near you. But if your immunity is low, not only corona, many other diseases, even all dreadful disease will host in your body, and they will try to disturb you. Okay. So we have to make up your immunity. It's not about the physical immunity, mental, emotional immunity also we need to build up in such a way that it's not we should not give away we should not let external factors rule you. We are not allowing any bacteria and virus to rule our body by keeping ourselves protected by having a safe water, nice food, healthy living, all those things, isn't it? So likewise, emotionally, spiritually also we need to grow. So when all the aspects, actually for the youth classes, it is there, Mataji, IQ, EQ, SQ and all. So not only the physical health and mental health, we need to improve our emotional health and the spiritual health. Once the spiritual health increases, then automatically we get that we'll get the answer to the distressful situation in which we are in. We have that proper answer for that. Then that gives us the required strength to go forward in our life, Mataji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Any other questions or doubt? Anybody in the audience, they can ask.
Mataji, today's attendance link has not been posted, I think.
We don't know, Mataji. Chitra Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, I think the attendance link, Mataji, for the participants.
Yeah, I think Apurva Mataji was doing it. She was posting. I'll find out Mataji.
Yeah, please, Mataji. Meanwhile, if anybody else have any question, they can ask. Hare Krishna. Any question or any doubt regarding anything, may not be related to the chapter itself. Anything. Hare Krishna. How are you finding the class?
Mataji, the classes are very good, Mataji. Well, like you're giving us Bhagavatam through Bhagavad Gita. That is nice.
To Namanish Das Prabhuji, our temple president, whose energies are so high, who has designed this program, Mataji. We are just a small instrument in this Mahayajna, which we are taking care for the past 4 years. It's all his efforts, Mataji. Yeah.
Mataji, I posted the link.
Yeah.
You can fill
I
it.
think, yeah. So all of you can just click onto the link for your attendance. Maybe I'll stay for a minute or so. Meanwhile, any other questions, any doubt, you people can ask. Any of you are attending the inaugural ceremony for temple, which is scheduled next month? Did any one of you joined or booked the tickets for that?